Hey guys, what's up? I got some news in regards to the future update of Predator the Galaxy 1 that we're gonna be getting next week, which is gonna bring this game to Xbox, and it's gonna bring the Feral Predator to Hunting Grounds. And at first, when I read that article and they mentioned that for people that are gonna be getting this new edition on Xbox and PS5, that it was gonna come up with the Feral Predator, I thought that there might be a chance that that was gonna be exclusive to Xbox, but apparently not. I've been getting some news from AVP Galaxy and I was talking about it, and he said, one of the moderators there that apparently even got an interview with Iphonic, said that no, it is not the case. It seems like they might bring Feral to both PC and also PS4, from what I'm understanding here. So it's not going to be exclusive to the new platforms that is going to be released, but anyone that buys it there, they're going to get it right away, while maybe us, the rest of the players in the other platforms, we're going to have to buy it separately. I think that is too much for it to be just a free update. I mean, the mask of the Feral was a free update, but now we're talking about a whole class with new weapons. I think that might be too much. So I think that they're probably gonna charge for it, and I'm like, well, whatever. Other stuff in regarding the updates, it seems like they have done some improvements to the lighting on the night maps. The night maps are getting more attention, and if you guys saw the pictures that they had on the like they released some pictures here, you can see that the night, it doesn't look as bright. It looks like the shadows look different, but I'm not sure if this is actually a good thing or not, because I don't know, it's just like, it's already pretty hard for the Predator to spot the fighting at night unless he's using thermal vision, and people are gonna say, oh, just use thermal vision. Yeah, but what happens if I just snipe your Predator mask off with just 2 sniper shots? Because that's all it takes, and then you won't be able to see anything. So if they make it too dark, I mean, firefighting, I think that firefighting, when the Predator gets spotted where the Predator is bleeding, it's still easy for them to see the Predator. But for the Predator, I don't know. I need to see this in practice if it's going to be improvement. But I'm not sure if they're going to be able to improve the cloak at night map. There are so many problems for the Predator. Like when you're playing Hasty Predator in night maps, that I don't know. But it seems like, from what they said, there are some improvements in the night maps. The night maps are going to look different now, you know? And they are gonna come up with an interview from Iphonic where they ask it some stuff, but I don't think they ask it like really like the, yeah, like as they said here, the hard questions. No, but Iphonic supposedly mentioned that they're gonna be doing a bunch of bug fixes, but I still don't think that's gonna ever come close to like 10% of the bug fixes though. Stuff regarding the gun of the Feral, the bolt, like the bolt gun. The combi stick is gonna be just a skin from the looks of it. But the bolt gun, it looks like it's gonna be, it's gonna work like the smart disc. You're gonna shoot it like you're gonna use it and shoot it like the bow, like you just hold it. The Predator just has to aim for it. But when the bolt gun shoots, the camera is gonna track the bolt like the smart disc. So it's not gonna be like the bow where you can just shoot one after the other. When you shoot with the bolt gun, the camera is gonna track it like the disc, and you can control it. They said here a rich stop from AVP Galaxy said that there is less maneuver. You cannot like spin it around like the smart disc. However, there is a higher distance. So like you see the fighting from far, you use the bolt gun, you track the bolt until where the fighting is and try to hit it. And you can retrieve the bolts similar to how you can retrieve the arrows with the bow. And I'm not sure how well that's gonna work in practice. They say that is less maneuverable, but it's faster and it go further. It has higher range, higher speed than the smart disc, even like when it's speeding up maybe. But you cannot spin it around, so you probably cannot do like multiple hits. Probably you can like hit it once and that's it. So you'll be able to, maybe, I don't know, maybe if like 2 fighting players are like in a straight line, maybe you can like hit more than one, but I think that's unlikely. So I don't think it's gonna be as strong as the smart disc. It is probably also gonna rely a lot on ping. So if you're not hosting the match, if you don't have a low ping, this weapon is not going to be that effective. So that's the problem with like projectile weapons for the Predator, it's just not effective. But some news, at least it's some good news, that we're actually getting a weapon that is going to work like sure, it's similar to the disc, but it still is like a new ranger weapon. I think that I would prefer if it was the hit scan, like the spear gun. Like I really wanted a hit scan Predator weapon, but it's not going to be the case. It's still going to be projectile. And gonna rely a lot on the ping that you have in the match. So if you have a high ping, you're just gonna have to go back and use either melee or the plasma caster, because this weapon might be really hard to use it. But still, it's good. It's good. And apparently they also made like a new face for the Feral. The Feral Predator is gonna get like the whole. But still, like I mean, the design itself from the movie is not very good, but it's still like it's like a completely new body. Like it doesn't look like they are just like the AVP Preds were pretty much like remade Berserkers. It looks like a completely creation from zero. The Pharaoh is gonna be completely from zero. It looks very like, I mean, faithful to what it was in the movie. I'm not gonna trash on this. I'm not the biggest fan of this design, but I think like to be able to add into the game, I think it is overall good. I mean, I don't mind like different part designs in games, because in games is like more like I'm more like acceptable. It's more in movies where I'm like I like demand more a better treatment for Predator design. But it's like in a game just for funsies, like I don't really care. But the shield, I don't know about the shield yet. They have not given information, but I assume I'm just for the shield. I really want to know mainly if it's gonna be a gear or a weapon, because technically the shield is not a weapon. Like it shouldn't be a weapon. It should be a gear, and it would be good if it was a gear, because we haven't had a new gear for the Predator ever since the wrist launcher from City Hunter, and that was 2020. So that was long ago. That was way too long ago. We really need like a new gear. So this would be like a great opportunity for Iphonic to not only add a new weapon. I mean, I'm not gonna count his new his sword, like I think it was like a sword in the movie, or this midi weapon, because it's gonna be just be a combi stick new skin apparently. That's not gonna, it might not even have like a new attack animation. It's just gonna be work just like the combi stick. It's just gonna be a combi stick skin, so you can throw it, use it for melee, but it's still gonna be, well, pretty much like I assume that the animations of the melee attacks and the damage is all gonna be the same. But the shield, I think that it should be a gear, and it should be like, I don't know, maybe it should have like a amount of HP like the Smart Disc that the fighting can destroy it, but while you have it equipped, you can just like block damage. It can be good like when your HP gets low, you just use the disc, hide behind it, while try to leap away. I don't know. I need to see this, how this will work in practice, because the problem with Iphonics is that they don't really play Predator much. So they might add something that they might think is gonna work good, but then in practice it might be a complete mess and it might not work at all. Like I'm just always worried about how Iphonic tests their stuff, because they usually don't test. Like, I mean, we had so much updates where they released the update, it was complete mess because they didn't play as a Predator. They don't play as a Predator. That's a big problem, especially when they do this thing of always adding more Predator DLCs instead of fighting, which is, I mean, I get it that maybe they sell more, but this is bad because first they don't test this properly. They don't understand much about how the Predator gameplay works on their game. And this also increases the queue for the Predator matches, because when they release a new Predator DLC, everybody wants to play Predator. I mean, not everybody. I mean, the fighting mains are still gonna be only playing fighting, but a lot of people just gonna get into this game to play as a Predator. So the kill times for Predator go really high, and like if they made like both releases with a Predator DLC together with a fighting DLC, that would balance it out. They don't realize that like they always favor the fighting in regards to updates and balance. They always like help it more. But DLCs are always Predator focused, and the Predator is like the side that is weaker in this game. And if you guys just keep releasing Predator DLCs, more people are gonna try to play it, but then they're just gonna, like, not only it screws up the kills, like it's gonna be harder for people to find matches as the Predator. Well, if they made fighting DLCs, that'll actually make it more balanced. More people would play fighting, and so it wouldn't be so unbalanced, the time kills, you know, between fighting and Predator. Because I remember like some Predator DLCs, the kill times were up like to 15 minutes, which is like annoying. But also, they just keep making new Predator DLCs, but they don't really add anything really new for the Predator. In this case, they're actually doing two new things. The shield is something completely new in the game. The bolt gun, it's very similar to the Smart Disc, like it's gonna function similar, but it's different. I'm gonna give them credit for this. It's a new ranged weapon. Something that I have been asking for years, because they never added a new ranged weapon for the Predator in this game ever since it was released. And don't mention the wrist launcher. The wrist launcher doesn't count. It's a stupid gear item that is completely bad and just like it's useless. It's just fun for putting people on fire, for trolling potatoes in pubs. Like that's pretty much it. But so it's a good thing that they are adding a new ranged weapon. That's good. But still, like they still don't improve. Like they don't buff the Predator. That's what I'm coming down to. They focus so much on a lot of Predator DLCs, on making more people want to play as the Predator. But, I mean, the gameplay for the Predator is not that enjoyable when the fighting is OP. That's pretty much what I'm coming down to, especially in Nightmap. So, big changes coming. New ranged weapon, new Predator coming to Xbox, more players incoming, improvement to night maps. Let's see how that goes. But those are pretty much like the latest news in regards to the future update that we're going to be getting next week.